Okay, so yes, I forgot I was doing that to do all this map. Yeah, it took me a while, but it was fun. No, it wasn't. Anyway, so let's start with the first thing that we're gonna do is yeah, we're gonna rebuild from the ruins because it's 1946. It starts in 1946 and goes to 2000. So when I end it, it'll be 2000. I won't be like saying it's this year now. If I do, then if I do, then I didn't listen to my own rules. Yeah, I'm quite sick. My phone, yeah, my phone is charged. Good, because if I need any IDs, I can look on that. Right. Freaking ear. Anyway. So first thing we're gonna do is uh oh yeah, this is our puppet right here. So first thing we're gonna do is start by basically just building some factories and stuff. I won't place them down because I don't usually use props, but but we do that, and then after a while, we are prepared to annex our puppet. Which now we're gonna have to change our flag. Oh wait, no, fuck. No, we don't do that now. So the first thing we do is we demolish the Republic, and we establish our kingdom. And then continue by making advancing our technology. We first develop our navy to protect our isles from any German influence. We also strengthen our police network and anti-spy network, stuff like that that stops spies and theft. Anyway, now we're ready to annex Isle of Man so we can have a proper supply line to here because, yeah, if we go to war for Wales now, then they can cut off our supply line to them and starve them and take them and focus on us. But we take that, then we annex it. So now we got some of our British Empire back. Now, mm, this is a hella long one. Now the United Kingdom is back, but not the UK. You'd think. That is long, but not the longest. N. We didn't end there. Northern Ireland, not Norther. Anyway, so now we go to war with Wales, and we take them in about like a month, just to make it more realistic. I was gonna say a couple of days, but like that would be unrealistic. But then we turn our attention to Scotland, where we annex a couple of things illegally before we start our invasion. Now I just realized we had these islands here, which we'll count. Yeah, we'll count them as staying as ours. So we're just going to circle these islands, pick them, push down here. Now we're just going to invade Ireland because they're starting to have strong connections with Germany and the the rest of Germany's stuff. So we're going to start by doing a naval invasion here and here to distract their main force and use that as like an advantage before they send tons of troops there, which then we're going to push through here, circle troops, and then close in on Dublin, which we're going to take. So that took like 3 months because of their guerrilla warfare and stuff. 3 months. Anyway, now let's start doing reforms on our army, and I'll show you what. So, first thing is we're going to put a monocle on ourselves because we're British. Then we're going to get a broody. Yes, because we're British. Yes, because we're British. Yes, we're the most British people out there. Then we're gonna steal some American stuff. That's our army reforms. Now we're going to remove England. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Yeah. Oh, we no longer have Northern Ireland. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Nice. Anyway, so now let's change our flag. See, those pesky fucking Germans can't get rid of the British. Now let's join NATO with the United States and Canada, and let's start reclaiming our empire. So along with France, which they want stuff back. Where is it? So France is granted that. Now the Soviets are still in it, and the reason is they ended up at a stalemate and neither side could push. So they ended up having a peace treaty before they reached Moscow, which Moscow is right there. I know it's right there because I searched it up on Google fucking Maps. Why the am I swearing again? Good thing this stuff isn't for kids. So, we're going to start uprisings in France to get their attention on us, which would actually work as this blue coloring is the Vichy government, like the fascist government. We're no longer going to call it Vichy government because it has Paris now. So tons of uprisings begin all over France. And we're going to start with supplying them with equipment, which with that equipment, they start cutting off supply routes. except for this one, which they were holding on to. But they did push around here. They also took back Sicily. Then they take that. But now Germany starts preparing for war against this against Free France. Now the fascist government does retreat to Paris to hide. Now uh the rest of us then start by like NATO. Oh, what the NATO? Oh, I forgot Denmark was in NATO because they got Greenland. Anyway, so the first thing that we do is we invade Iceland and we declare war on Germany. Now, Paris has fallen to Free France, and oh wait, I think my cat wants back in. Be right back. All right, she's back. Anyway, so we encircle German troops around here, and we start closing in on them before destroying them. Then we ask the Soviets to declare war to ease us, and they actually do. But now we're gonna have to start by doing stuff in Africa too. Now I know I didn't say this, but I do want to do a reminder. It's like 1950s now, like the early 1950s, like 1952. So Stalin, they invade this right comes Triat to push them away from Moscow. But since the German troops are already fighting two fronts, they know that they're fucked. So they're gonna try to hold out as long as they can. Now Turkey has returned back to a republic. Well, republic. They're just like a. They're not. They're no longer fascists, but they're still an empire. So then they also start helping us by landing troops here to liberate this part from the Nazis. And yes, actual Nazis, not like the fake Nazis that the Russians saying that's in Ukraine right now. What the freak, Kutch? What do you want? Oh, you need food. Okay. Right, I think my cat wants food, but um, she also wants out, and she just came back in. So I'll give her food before she comes back out. But anyway, I'm just gonna explain what I done. So a massive Russian advance gone, has happened over here, which has pushed Germans back, and in North Africa, the Allies have liberated Tunisia. And the Suez. Turkey actually gives them this back, and they follow the Nile down now. Now the British start. Now us, the British, start a massive offensive here. So does the French, and we shut down that. Now, meanwhile, while that's happened, Britain, uh, we've gained this back because of France. Actual tactics by taking the coast first, and then closing off and destroying any fucking units there. Right, my lads. So this is what they basically do. They close in on them, and they just encircle and destroy. Anyway, so all these guys then surrender. And yeah, so so we're just gonna leave these because they're just surrendered. So anyway, so like in history, the Sicily landing and landings up here begin, and they start pushing to Rome before capturing it. And then Italy also surrenders to Germany. Soviets on the other side surrender, crashing in. And they're already in Lithuania. Gone. Now they're attacking Polish, right, commissariat. Albania is invaded and switch to the Allies. Capitulate Bulgaria, as well as Serbia and Bosnia. And they would clean up the mainland Italian thing here. Look at how much stuff they. Then the British would push into here before taking Budapest. So, and the Soviets would push into Romania surrenders. At this moment, Germany keeps fighting. The Germans actually do push the Soviets back. Yeah, they do break past their defense lines here. Now, Germany at this point. Now, then Germans then surrender because they're all encircled. So the Allies are just getting up the German troops that have not surrendered, as well as Berlin. Anyway, so now it's time for the peace treaty, which is going to be a lot. Yeah, they posted that. Started. I need to feed my cat, so I need to stop this. So they return to 1936, and they start drawing from there. They put it into this. This is the map now. Yeah, and some. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the end, and the fucking United Kingdom is freaking, yeah, we cooked it. Cooked it. Cooked these Nazis. But that's not the end. But that's not the end of them. I will put a part 2 up, maybe. You just have to wait and see. So goodbye.